Okay, so this is a solar panel bracket that I've already built. But what you do is you put your solar panels, the 3 solar panels that you order or that you receive, upside down. If you can have it elevated, obviously it's going to be a lot easier. But what you're going to do is in the solar panels, there's going to be some holes that are already going to be on the solar panels. And some of the holes here, if you see these holes here, I usually go to the ones that are about from 8 inches into the solar panel, and I have to get my step bit and wallow them out a little bit because these bolts will not fit in. So I get my my drill and I wallow them out a little bit so I can get the bolts in. And what the process is I get my unistrut and I line these up through the holes. I line my unistrut through the holes of the solar panels. I line them up. And once I line them up, I'm going to send you bolts. I put a small bolt, the bolt and a small washer from the bottom. And then I go with the larger washer and then one of these nylon nuts. And then I secure them. But I just hand tighten them until I start putting all these, lining them up together. I start lining them up together. And as you see, I lined all these solar panels together. And then you do the same to the other side. And that's how you tie your solar panels together, all 3 of them. And then this is the mount that I'm sending you. This is what the mount that's going to be tied into your 2 3/8 pipe that you already have with your Robinson Solar. You slide that in, and this is your bolt that you use to secure it to the pole so it doesn't move. This allows you to angle your solar panel together and to be able to twist it, to turn it, to align it to the true south. And then you have U-bolts here. These U-bolts are the ones that tie into this pole. So what I did is I got a 2 3/8 pole, and I'm going to include these here. These are unistrut pole mounts. And as you can see, I centered this. That, if you see this, there's my pole, my solar panel bracket. This here is centered to my bracket. And now I cut a piece of pole, which is a 2 3/8 pole, and I just got this at the hardware store. It's usually a chain link fence pole, and I cut it so I can mount this. I can mount this to the center, and you could see I marked it to the center, and that way this is what holds the entire structure, so I can have it to the mount. And this, once I line it up on the pole, you just unloosen this. That way you can adjust to your angle, to your 35-degree angle, whatever angle you need, you adjust it. And then I cut a piece of metal. Here. This is the control box that you're going to have. I just drilled some holes into the frame of the solar panel here. And then I cut a piece of metal here. And I'm going to be sending you some clamps, some hangers that you can put into the back of the control box. And these hangers, you'll attach it to this metal bar that I attached to this here. So you'll just buy a piece of metal strap and then you'll just attach it to the unistrut. Here, I attached it to here, and I'll send you some bolts for that also. So see how I attached it to my control box to the back of the panel. I just had to buy a piece of metal strap, and that's what you'll have to do as well, so you can mount your control box to that. And then wiring the control box is going to be pretty simple. And I'll send you instructions, and I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to actually install this for a customer, but I'll show you how to do that as well once I'll do a video of that. But building this is very simple. I mean, it's very simple to do. If you have a windy location there, I would recommend using the thicker super strut instead of this thinner. This is the thin, basic unistrut. This is a super strut. If it's windy there, I would recommend going with this thicker stuff instead of this thin one. The reason why I'm going with this thin one, because where I'm installing this is it has a windbreak. So I'm not really concerned about wind affecting these solar panels. Like I said, these solar panels are very easy to install. You just attach them. And the solar panels, sometimes if they don't align, you just got to get a drill and just drill it out a little bit. And that way you can put the bolt in through. But I'll send you the bolts for that. I'll send you the bolts like these are here. And then what I do is once you attach these here to this pole, I take a self-tapping screw, and I'll include some self-tapping screws. I do 2 self-tappers there. That way this doesn't move. It doesn't move. It's just more of a reinforcement, so it's just an added measure because we get a lot of wind here in New Mexico. I'm not really concerned about this one, but I just did it because it's just a habit that I have. It's part of my build process. So that's what I did with this one. But it's a simple setup to build this and put them together. That's an easy setup. And this is going to be the control box that you'll be hooking up. These panels will be hooked up in series, and then you'll be connecting them to this control box here. And then your pump wire will come in here, but I will do a video of that once I connect them, and I'll be sending you that as well.